Let's talk now to Shabnam Chaudhri, because we need to change the gears slightly and talk a bit about the policing of this country, because of course one of the things that's been in the news is that the police need to stop policing non-crime hate incidents and policing tweets, and it's now been not just Sir Mark Rowley, the head of the Metropolitan Police, but other police leaders who are saying police should separate offensive statements from actual crimes. Shabnam, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. I mean, the trouble is they keep saying these things, but nothing seems to change. You know, I mean, I remember 2 or 3 years ago, police officers were told to stop recording non-crime hate incidents, but it seems as though not only are they still recording them, they're actually increasing the number of people they arrest for them.
Yeah, I think that Andy Cook, the HM Chief Inspector of Constabulary, has obviously come out with this report, and Sir Mark Rowley mentioned this within the last few weeks.
Yes.
I'm surprised they didn't talk about this so much sooner. Unfortunately, what happens is that frontline police officers get crimes or alleged crimes reported to them, or people go online to report offensive tweets and or social media stuff, and instead of you know, police managing expectations and saying this is not a crime, it's not going to be recorded, it's there for intelligence purposes only, and sorry, we're not going to be doing any more. There's frontline police officers that investigate are scared not to investigate. Supervisors are not managing it as well as what they should be.
Right.
But most importantly, really the tech companies should be dealing with anything that is so grossly offensive that they either, you know, remove these accounts or they shut them down. But there's nothing wrong with free speech. There's nothing wrong with, you know, it's not right, I'm saying, but that to speak offensively about someone, so long as it doesn't cross the line into criminality, i.e. inciting violence or some form of attacks on somebody, or there's an immediate risk to somebody of being violently assaulted. So these things unfortunately happen, and tech companies need to manage it, and the public need to obviously manage the fact that there are people out there that are grossly offensive, and unfortunately that's life. If you don't like it, don't go on social media.
Well, exactly right. And I mean, the trouble is that we hear these complaints all the time, and some even individual police officers are saying, you know, it's not very clear what the guidelines are. I mean, Mark Rowley was basically saying a couple of days ago, we need to actually change the law to protect people and their free speech. Is that what needs to be done?
I think what needs to be done is they need to look at the legislation that they've got and actually apply it, and look at whether something is a crime or whether it's a non-crime. Recording of non-crime incidents has been going on for decades and decades. We used to do it all the time. It was actually very useful, particularly in domestic abuse, but now that has changed in relation to violence against women and girls, for the better, of course. But recording somebody, telling somebody they don't like them because of the colour of their skin, or because of the fact that they dress differently, or because they are from one of the protected characteristics, isn't a crime, but it's a waste of police time. To have to record it, to either have to pick up the phone to the alleged victims, and then 3, to then have to go and warn the perpetrators not to be offensive. And I think that unfortunately it's been so badly diluted that police officers don't have the experience, and supervisors aren't actually giving the support to those officers to say, don't worry about it, I've got your back, close the crime down, or close this non-crime down, and leave it at that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened. It's ridiculously amount of social media. We are in the world of social media. That is not going to change now. So something needs to change in the way that police respond to these type of incidents.
Yeah, because surely they should be able to just, if somebody, I presume the way it works is somebody makes a complaint in writing to the police about something that somebody else has said on social media, and do they feel then that they have to act on it, or could they just look at it and go, actually that's not very serious, so I'm not even going to bother investigating it?
Well, in my day, with my experience and the calibre of police officers that we had, 15 years ago, that would be a lot easier to do. But now they don't necessarily have the experience. They don't have the right training for police officers, even as they go through the training, for them to be able to make that judgment call. And it is about a judgment call, but using your common sense and actually having the understanding of whether you're going to investigate something. As soon as somebody says, oh, I'm going to go and complain about you, and that's it, they'll go and investigate it. No, I'm sorry, let me manage your expectations. We are not investigating this because it's not a crime. It is offensive. I'm sorry that you've been offended, but either block your social media, come off social media, or get back in touch with the tech company and ask them to actually remove this person's account.
Yes, yeah, because that would be where the remedy sort of lasts and exists, isn't it? I mean, that's if somebody's a perpetual kind of, you know, abuser on Twitter, you can have your account suspended. It does happen to people, and that should be the end of it, surely.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what happens is that when people are subjected to some sort of a threat, or if somebody is subjected to abuse about their appearance or the colour of their skin or their background or national, whatever it is, there's a difference. And the difference is if you're being subjected to a threat and this person has the ability to carry out that threat, or they're inciting somebody else to carry out, clearly that's a crime. But if you're being abused because of the fact that somebody has an opinion on you, then this is where the police need to be able to differentiate. And this is what Andy Cook is actually saying, is that we need to draw a line under this. We don't need to record non-crime hate incidents. Policy needs to change, and that will allow police to actually go out and police the streets effectively to catch the bad guys, criminals that go out shoplifting, because shoplifting has increased ridiculously, antisocial behaviour, criminal damage, all the kind of crimes that affect the day-to-day lives of just the general members of the public.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes perfect sense. Let's hope somebody actually picks up on it and runs with it. Shabnam Chaudhri, thank you very much indeed.